I'm the digital guitarist Rich Rath, and today I've got the version 0.9.8a beta. I've put a bunch of presets in, 24 presets. I want to walk through them. In doing so, give you a quick tour of the capabilities of RhythmEcho. And so the first feature I'm going to show you is how to create a send that stays on. When this blue light is off, the mix channel goes back to what it was previously. So here, let's put it here and turn send on. When send is on, it goes to 100% wet, so you can put the RhythmEcho on its own track, which is my preferred way of using it. When you click once, it goes back to its previous setting. Put it on send and hear what we've got. Alright, so here's our drums. We want to send them to send A, which is the RhythmEcho, and this is the default. You just plug it in. And what we've got is a 1-to-1 ratio, so whatever notes the drums are sending in, we get back 1-to-1. So if it's playing quarter notes, you get quarter notes, blah blah blah. But the whole idea of quarter notes doesn't really apply here, because what's going on is this is our delay time, and the delay time keeps shifting as a result of the RhythmEcho listening on the sidechain side. So the left side is the listening and the creating of the delay time, and the right side is the playback of the delayed audio from the audio in to feedback, dry and wet, and output. Let's play with the fractions like it says to. Okay, so here's 1/2 of our onset. So watch the meter here, and you can see that they match. I'll show you why in a second. But for right now, keep an eye there, and I'm going to switch to 1/2, and it's half time, or twice as fast, basically half the delay time, and you get a different sound. Let's go for next preset. Let's go for a triplet feel. So there's with it on. Here's our bypass if you want to compare the sound. So that's our basic drum beat. So you can hear that distortion is in the drum itself, not in the RhythmEcho. So there's triplets. Let's go for a dotted feel. And our display up here is showing matching pairs coming out. That's because we've got 2 delays, but when the link button is hot, it means that the delays are linked. Here now you see it's 15/8. Let's do 3/8 and 4/3. It's the Slapback. I like this one. And let's solo just the RhythmEcho and hear what it's doing. So pretty subtle. There you go. You can hear a very nice slapback. And the cool thing about this slapback is, watch our times up here, is that it will shift in time. So it's like the slapback is a little bit alive rather than just the same delay all the time. Now, as far as your ears go, this doesn't make sense. It's like the room changing size, but it's actually kind of pleasant even though it's not realistic. You'll notice we've got a Sane setting here. This is where you get the visualizer and some space and limited controls. What I would suggest is that you learn what's going on here, and once you're comfortable with that, with the difference between main, sidechain, and MIDI. MIDI, by the way, will take note on messages and create the delay from them. So you can actually have a pad that triggers this on the MIDI notes that the pad gets hit. Sidechain is what we're doing now. Our sidechain is down here. Let's put this contact instrument on. Okay. There we go. There it is. Solo it. The thing to do when you got this is to turn it down so it's much subtler. And we'll turn the feedback down. And then turn it back up. There's some more tricks for controlling when it gets out of hand, but that gives us a simple polymeter. This might be a good one. You can automate the power button. All right, next one. Oh, what's this? Our Sane has turned to FAFO. Pull around and find out. And we've got some new controls here. Cross feedback is in action. And so our attack and delay. So we're making the beginning and the end of the echo have a little bridge. And you can see here, this is the curve of the attack and decay. So this can be adjusted here. And then we've got inertia. So inertia is like an old tape deck effect. And so inertia brings it up to speed. And momentum is like a spring. So it goes a little past the speed and then snaps back again. And that's with it off. And before is on the onsets, it puts the inertia, and after is after the fraction. So listen to the two together. Okay, and the cool thing about this, okay, we can bypass it, that can be your panic button, but watch this. Clear, if we hit it once, let's let it build up. Oh, the other thing, you can build this up as much as you want to. It's never going to run away because there's limiters on everything. So it will never clip. But let's clear that out. Oh, that's nice. And we start all over again. Click it twice. Now every time the echo changes, the buffer clears. So it makes it a lot less complicated. It doesn't build up as fast. Let's move to the next one. And you can see this one has our trick with the slightly different delays, so they fade out at different rates. So they're very close. It's like 15/16 and 17/16. And all right, now this one, let's call this the Chimey natural doubler. So there's our guitar. And what we're gonna do is put in this chime on it. Okay, so here we are bypassed. In here, that adds lots of depth. And the thing is that it will shift through time. And here I want to point out the sensitivity slider and the minimum delay. So here we want shorter delays, so you turn the minimum down and you'll get more of a chorusing effect because it can do shorter delay times, and maybe trigger it more often. Let's solo that. See what we got. So that gets, the delay is going a little fast. Why don't we try turning this up a little? There we go. That takes some of the garbling out of it. And let's make it a little less sensitive. Full blast. Soloed. So turn the solo off. And you can hear that adds a nice little bit of depth to it. Okay, there's with it off, and there's with it on. And then this is one of my favorites. Unreliable chorus all on time. We're building on what we did, so we're turning the minimum delay down. So we got very short delays, and we've got this cross feedback, which feeds the left to the right and the right to the left, and it picks up the feedback there. Let's listen to it in solo. All right, so this is self-modulating. Let's modulate it with the bass drum. All right, next one. Oh, this one's fun. So let's listen to just the... For this, we want some smack like on a snare. So we gotta find a sidechain with a snare in it. Oh, let's go back to the drums. There's a snare, and let's get rid of everything but the snare by using our sidechain filter. So we'll do the high pass until we lose, the bass drum isn't triggering it. But it's still getting triggered by the hats way too much, so let's turn that down. And there we got it with, see, it's just, yeah, just the snare hits are basically making it move. So this has become much less busy. Let's turn our echo back on and see what we've got. We're soloing here, so this is just the effect. So there's the snap. Okay, pretty obvious here. So this is RhythmEcho's filters. And we'll just solo this and see if we can't EQ. So this filter section is, and the sidechain one, these are purely defensive filters. So we want the snare to smack. Quick note from future me, we have made the filters creative. There's now a one band full parametric in the middle. Let's see if we can get a little more body in it. Alright, turn off the solo, see what we've got. See, that gives us the effect. We can turn it up a little so it's more obvious without the metal sound. That's off. There, that's what we're looking for. So that's more obvious. And you can see if we pull this up, we get our metal sound back. And we want our ghost drummer here. So that's the ghost. And it's being triggered by the guitar. So let's put the guitar in. Here's another variation on that theme of a drummer in the background. And let's put this one on solo. Here's what it's doing. And let's send it something else. Let's send the pad, how about? Yeah, that's kind of interesting. And let's send some guitar in there too. This one goes on some drums, and let's see what we got next. Oh, there we go. We just need to shorten up the delay time. And then this is a nice reverb. We got the top cut off a little bit, and this is all wet. Another reverb. Let's listen to it in isolation. So it adds a little top end. Got to go gently with this one. This is that ting, which is pretty wild this way, but let's see, put it here. So what we're doing is just adding a little ting on the drum tops. We've got it sounds a little too live, so next preset's a couple of rooms. Well, that's kind of cool. We'll keep that up a bit. Kit. All right, so now let's unsolo it. We've got all the drums in. And that's way better, but I still, I'm not particularly crazy about that top end, so let's cut some of that off. Give it a little bit of ting. And it's feeding back there. Lower this cross feedback. There, that's pretty much gone. So let's hear what this sounds like now. Pretty subtle, but you can definitely hear a difference when it's off. Oh, not so subtle actually. Alright, next one. So here we're going to sidechain the drums and put a pad on the mains. So you can hear actually, we can turn the guitar off and get just the wet signal, even though it's just a send. So, because we're going pre-mixer, so it's picking up the guitar before it goes through anything. And we'll turn the mix back on and hear what that sounds like. Put on the bass line, see what that does. it's modulating the bass in a kind of interesting way. Let's hear what that does with the bass drum. Maybe. So it's kind of modulating in and out, and we've got some attack and delay on it to give it a sort of tremolo effect. Let's put the 909 kit back on. Alright, and now this one, we're going to sidechain. We're going to pick out the snare. Let's get rid of that bass drum. And that'll sound better when we turn off the solo. And we'll bring it down some. Listen to the snare. That's all I got for presets so far. There's a few features I haven't explained yet, like link all, and obviously reset just resets everything. Well, why don't I walk through them now? So link all will make all the delays the same, everything one channel. Click it once, it goes back to what it was before. So here, watch this. So there we got a repeating polyrhythm. We can do link all, and that'll make them match. Everything is now unlinked, and we will link a couple of things. So now turn all link on, everything is linked. Turn it off, and it remembers what was on before and goes back to it. Turn it on again, everything's linked, double click, and it unlinks everything. Thanks for listening.